All right, good morning. It's day 59. Leaving Skyland Resort. It was a good stay. Got my stuff organized. Good food. Got to talk to Marion and just recoup a little bit. Right now I'm about 4-5 days out from our Harpers Ferry, which houses the headquarters of the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, which marks about the halfway point. Not quite, but good enough. So working towards that. Got some bigger days ahead of me if I'm going to get there in 4. But I'll just sort of see what the trail presents me. Show you a few things that are happening today, and looking forward to it. Just afternoon hiking along. The weather is just fabulous. I'll confess, the Saturday, those 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, just coming back. It was never hot, it was never cold. I mean, but the humidity just, for some reason, destroyed me. The glasses were always fogging up. Everything was just sort of damp. I'd open my backpack when it did warm up and get hit in the face with just a puff of hot, humid air coming out of my backpack, and thinking that's not good because your tent was wet, got put away wet. So it just feels awesome being able to just hike. And like I said, these trails are super smooth. It's like PCT type trail on grade, pretty flat. There are some ups and downs, but it's good. I'm going to talk about resupply, give my strategy on that, brief little thing, and then I'll do, when I get to Harpers Ferry, after the halfway point, I'll start putting together some AT, PCT differences, how I see it. Resupply. So there are resupply strategies, and I'll try and go fast here, but one is you just buy as you go, and there's a lot of different methods. And the other one is you send yourself boxes. The buy as you go, the advantage is what's said is you can buy whatever you want, and you don't have to get burned out on food that you mailed yourself a month in advance. That's true. However, the stores stock all the similar stuff. So that, for me, I just mailed boxes. It's put in all the work up front. I grab a box, I can buy some extra stuff if I need extra calories, and it's really simple. And I mail myself these boxes to hostels, which are open all the time. They don't really close, where post offices have limited hours. And so what's become of my hike is, because I don't want to stay at a hostel, I pick up my box and move on, and then find a town down the trail to do laundry or stay out or catch up. And it's worked out really good for me. So I'm pretty happy with my resupply strategy. Well, got a few little drips of rain. I just stopped at Elk Wallow Wayside. It's a little country store, and grabbed a sandwich and something to drink, a bunch of snacks, and just ate them. So I'm off. Got a ways more I want to go, so we'll see how it goes this evening, but I'll show you here. It's at one of the roadside crossings. End of a long day. I just finishing up now. I got maybe another hour, less than an hour, half hour. Should be pretty quick. There's a stream and then a campsite that I'm heading towards. It was a big day. My mood after the store with the rain and started coming back, dropped, and man, the sun came back out and suddenly I'm feeling better. Just everything is better with the sun. You know, I don't know what it is, but feeling pretty good. It felt like the AT Express is coming on, where I am able to move well and travel down the trail. Looking forward to the next few days, and just making some time and getting into Harpers Ferry. I'll show my campsite and a little bit where I'm at right now, but I'm gonna set up and eat and clean up and get to bed. All right, see you tomorrow. Well, it's day 60. You can see it's socked in. It rained pretty good all night. I'm just walking. I'll check back in if and when the sun comes out. Leaving Shenandoah National Park. I'm getting near the end of the day here. A couple things about last night. Those deer hung around camp all night, and then I went to try and do a bear hang. You have a small, strong string, the little bag, you put a rock in it and you twirl it around and throw it over a branch. So I had a big branch picked out and I threw it up. It went right up to the branch and then kept going and hit a smaller one above that and wrapped around it like 3 times and tied itself in a knot. So I had to cut the string and do a really poorly done bear hang, which wasn't much good, but sort of got it done. Today, just really warm. Not really warm, sorry, really humid. I'm gonna head to a campsite here. I was thinking of going a little longer, but I think I'm gonna get to this campsite and just rest up, meaning another good day tomorrow, and then Saturday morning, early afternoon, I'll be in the Harpers Ferry, which is the halfway, which is where I was looking to go. All right, I'll show you my campsite tonight when I get it all set up. Quick little update here. I'll shoot camp. I skipped that tenting site. It was just too exposed. There's a shelter. There was a shelter about 7-8 miles further on. So I'm going to there. I'm a couple miles out from that. And I'm gonna hopefully get a spot and set up my tent there. So I'm hustling to get there and set up and clean up. Anyway, I'll show you what that looks like. And look forward to tomorrow. Morning. Day 61. Found that spot last night and camped with Captain Jack and Wolf. Nice little spot by a stream. It was just a mile and a half or so before the shelter and had a spot, so I grabbed it. It's pretty much the end of my day. So I'm about 32 miles from Harpers Ferry. I have about 25 miles out. I got a box at Sweetwater Country Store, so I'll grab that and then probably do a couple more miles and be really close to Harpers Ferry and do a short day in the Harpers Ferry and just relax for the rest of that day. Grab a room and do all the chores I need to. Little rain this morning. We'll see if it gets any worse than just a little bit. Anyway, hopefully we'll get some sun and show you what I'm doing. Also today, there's a section coming up in about a mile and a half called the roller coaster, and it says a 14-mile stretch of steep ascent and descents with few views. So something to look forward to. I'll check back this evening when I get near my resupply. I needed to get a shot of this. Just doing a little road walk back to the trail. I got passed by Captain Jack and then hiked with him, and he was stopping at this little wayside diner about a third of a mile off the trail. So I stopped in with him, grabbed a burger and a Coke and some fries, and heading back out. A few more hills left to do. They're all pretty, nothing horrible. It's all pretty good. It is humid, which means I'm just covered in sweat. My shirt's wet. I sweat, but those guys who sweat, and put on a shirt and it's covered in sweat, that's what I feel like. So, anyway, off into the afternoon. Oh, I made it through the roller coaster. It wasn't that bad. It was 14 miles and 5,000 feet, about, maybe a little shy. The humidity, it's something. My shirt is just soaked. I'm staying hydrated, which is good. Feeling warm, and just the sweat's just coming off me. So I'm trying to pay close attention to drinking enough and staying cool. It's supposed to be really warm today, but it's rained off and on. But the humidity is just crushing me. Anyway, it's going well. I'm still heading to the store to pick up my box, but I'm still 10 miles or so out. Show you where I'm at here. And crossed into West Virginia. I'm not sure when, but it happened. Mouthful of food. Calling a quick audible here. I'm not going to that store. It's been a long, muggy, warm day. I've been kept up on my hydration, but I don't want to kill myself. And I'm 9 miles out from Harpers Ferry, so I should be fine. Grab a tent spot, clean up, and just sort of spend some time kicking back and relaxing. So I'm going to stay at the shelter tonight. Well, tent out probably. Good morning, day 62. Out on the trail early, heading to Sweet Springs store. They might have a grill there. We'll find out. I'm about a little under 3 miles before I get there. I'll grab my resupply box and regroup. Then it's about 6 miles further on to Harpers Ferry. So I'll go to the ATC, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy headquarters, go to an outfitter, grab some lunch by that time. And then the place I got, all the hotels and were full, and called a handful of B&Bs, and they were all full. So I got a place outside of town. Should be good. It's probably a couple miles out. Take me another hour or so to probably get to that, and then I'll just figure out laundry and chores and other stuff. It was a good move. Pretty happy about stopping and staying at the shelter last night. I feel pretty fresh today, despite the rigors and the humidity of yesterday. It didn't cool off till probably 1 o'clock last night. So today and tomorrow it's supposed to be really, really hot, unseasonably warm. So I'm just going to figure out a plan not to dig myself into a hole. I don't think I'm prepared for excessive heat and humidity yet. I want to make sure I can keep going. So I'm working on a plan for that. I'm just going to walk and enjoy the trail in the quiet and the birds singing and see how the day comes to me. Good stop at Sweet Spring Cafe. They had a little grill. It's just a little gas station with a convenience store and a grill. Of course, the best part of it was the egg and sausage muffin. Man, I love those. Had 2 of them, down to full Gatorade and Dr. Pepper, and just, you know, still felt like I felt very full, but I think I'm catching up on hydration. We'll see. It's is getting a little warmer, but I'm not too far. A couple hours out from Harpers Ferry, and feeling pretty good. I met up with the AT Express. It's a old guy and a young girl. I don't know their story. They passed me a couple days ago just flying down the trail, so I hung on with them as long as I could, and they were listening to some power ballads from the 80s, little Bon Jovi, so some different music. So I hung on and as long as I could, but they were just flying. So they were there. It's good to see them. Gotta say hi, and they're picking up a box in Harpers Ferry. All right, let you know how it goes in Harpers Ferry. Into Harpers Ferry. Just a little beach here, Shenandoah River, just went swimming. Harpers Ferry is where the Shenandoah and the Potomac come together. I'm about to head off to town. It's Harpers Ferry. The black rat snake. Walking on the C&O towpath besides the Potomac outside of Harpers Ferry. I got another mile or 2 before I get to the hotel. We'll see if that's going to work out. I have a contingency plan if it doesn't. Checked in at the ATC, grabbed some lunch and a few things at the outfitter. It's been just sort of a good day with that swim and just an easy hike. Anyway, I'll show you where I'm at here, and then we'll talk to you next time.